It's time for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, it's baseball, the Sparta Spartans and the Holmen Vikings. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning at 1025 Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Your comfort is their business. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. Covera Insurance, where covering you comes first. Covera Insurance in Sparta, Toma, Black River Falls, and Holmen. Pizza Corral, round up the family and head for Pizza Corral in Holmen. And Premier Spine Health and Injury on Main Street in Holmen. Get back in the game with Premier Spine Health and Injury. Now let's go down to Viking Field with KQEG's Rick Wilson and Art Fay. It's time for the KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, it's baseball, the Sparta Spartans and the Holmen Vikings. The KQEG-TV High School Game of the Week made possible by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning at 1025 Southwest 2nd Avenue. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Viking Field. Look at that brand new scoreboard out there, Art, huh?
Oh, I love it.
Isn't that nice? Rick Wilson along with Art Fay. They have a brand new scoreboard out here, and it even counts the pitches right up on the top. See those two zeros there? So they automatically count the pitches every time a strike or a ball goes up. I stopped by the scores booth, and he explained to me how it worked. They're very proud of it, so they had to tell me about it.
Well, they should.
Yeah, welcome, everybody. Today, the Holmen Vikings take on the Sparta Spartans at Viking Field here up in Holmen. I'm Rick Wilson, Art Fay by my side, and we are going to bring you what I think could be a really exciting game. Art, this is number one versus basically number two.
It is. Sparta coming in 7-4 in the conference and 13-6 on the year. Holmen is 9-2 in the conference and 17-6 on the year. They have met before, and Holmen came away with that first meeting with a win, so the second time up against these two teams here in the Mississippi Valley Conference.
And that game was actually switched to Sparta because of the conditions of the field here at the time. And they couldn't get the problem was they had a problem on that day before. So then they wanted to play the game the next day, and they couldn't get transportation from Sparta. They couldn't come up with a bus at the last minute. So we had to move the game to Sparta. So we followed them. We went to Sparta and did the game that day. And, yeah, it was a good game, but Holmen ended up winning that one. So today's the rematch between these two, and we added it to our schedule because of the fact that, you know, they were so close here, 1 and 2. Sparta actually, I think, is tied for second place, aren't they, with Central?
They are. Both 7-4. And you know, it really doesn't make any difference as far as Holmen has won the championship outright because they, even though they got two more games, one's a non-conference game and tonight's game. So, I mean, if Sparta won, they would still be a game back.
Yeah, and they did. The seedings have come out, as Art mentioned, so these don't make that big of a difference. Holmen, though, seeded number 3 in Division I, and they won't actually play for playoffs until May 30th on that Thursday, and it'll either be Marshfield or Hudson. Good news is, of course, they get a home game here. If they win that game, then they go directly to Carson Park the following Tuesday for the sectionals. So they skip that first game in the regionals.
Well, it's interesting, too. Holmen and Central, because their school size now, are in the Division I sectional, or section. And most of the MVC is Division II, but Aquinas is in the Division III level.
Right. Now, and Sparta, they got a number 1 seed in their division.
They did.
Yeah, so they get a bye on that first round. Aquinas got a number 2 seed, but because of the number of teams, they're going to have to play in the first round. So Aquinas will play on Thursday, first round, and then they will play again the following Tuesday, and if they win Wednesday, and then they go to sectionals the following Tuesday on June the 4th. So that's how it works in different divisions. They just work them a little bit differently, I guess.
Well, the number of teams they've got in each of those divisions, they have to obviously schedule them accordingly.
Yeah.
You know, and tonight is senior night, last home game for these seniors, at least for the regular season, and they had 12 seniors, a lot of kids that were introduced for the Holmen Vikings.
Yeah, they're gonna lose a lot of them to graduation, but you know it happens every year. There's not much you can do about that. You know? Now the Sparta team, I was looking at some of the. I want to thank the coach for sending me a bunch of stats, and you look at some of these kids. Brett Stiesel average batting average 355. Adam McKee 385, Philip Richards 431, Austin Stiesel 370. So that's number 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order.
Well, they're a good ball club.
Yeah.
I mean, as you said, they're coming in here 13-6, and you got a kind of record like that. You're about 75% winning percentage. That's pretty darn good. And you're taking on a team here that won the conference, but you gave them a run at it 5-3 in the first meeting.
Yeah. So this should be. We're hoping for a real good game today. Certainly, the weather is cooperating. We've got about 51 degrees as we're getting started here. Some clouds, some sun. It's going to be a beautiful day, I think, for a baseball game as they introduce the Holmen starters and they take their position out in the field. And very shortly here, we're going to have the national anthem. So while they get ready for that, we will take a quick break, everybody, and we'll be back with the start of today's game right after these messages. Okay, I give up.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, Lacrosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility
Premier
credits.
Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen.
As a business owner, you have lots of important decisions to make. One of them is getting proper insurance coverage. Covera Insurance Services gives you peace of mind with real coverage every time. Covera knows what matters to you, having the right coverage for your business at a competitive price. That's why Covera Insurance is the premier commercial insurance agency in the region. Check them out at coverainsurance.com. Covera Insurance Services, where covering you comes first. As a business
All right, everybody, here we are at Viking Field. Rick Wilson along with Art Fay, and we are just about ready to get underway. On the mound today for the Holmen Vikings, that is Nevin Wall. Nevin, I think one of their best pitchers here. We've seen him pitch before against Aquinas. First pitch.
I just watching him warm up, Rick. He's got a lot of snap on his pitch, and I think he's got a curveball, as I recall. And he's a big, strong kid out there, and he's one of their pitchers that they're going to rely on during the tournament run.
Absolutely. First batter for Sparta, that's Brett Stiesel. I mentioned he's batting averages .355, so they're really top-heavy in their order here, Sparta is.
This young man's only a sophomore, too, and left-hander. As I counted down their list of players on this Sparta roster, they've only got 14 kids, so they don't go very deep, and these kids are going to obviously have to play multiple positions when they start moving them around with pitching.
Yep, 3-0 the count. And there's strike one. Nevin Wall gets his first strike across the plate.
You know, they've had to be working on this field, Rick, because yesterday there was a lot of rain in the area.
Yeah.
And this field looks great today.
We were up in Rudolph, Wisconsin yesterday for the unveiling of the Dick Trickle Memorial Statue.
I saw that.
And it was miserable. It seemed like it rained the whole time.
There was a lot of rain, a lot of drizzle, a lot of moisture in the air.
Struck him out. There you go. First batter goes down swinging, brings up Adam McKee. Adam hitting .385. He's had 25 hits so far, 3 doubles, 2 triples, 13 RBIs. Yeah, we were up there just as we arrived. It just started to pour so hard we couldn't even, open the microphones because all you would have heard was rain. But we were under a tent, and then it started to slow down. But it continued to drizzle and mist the entire afternoon. The grounds were soaked and muddy, but beautiful statue. I got to tell you, it was just very well done. A local artist too.
So I take it that's right outside of Wisconsin Rapids.
It's north of Wisconsin Rapids in Rudolph,
Mm-hmm.
a little community park there in Rudolph, which is where he's from, I guess.
Okay.
Went to high school in that area.
How was the attendance?
It was surprisingly good. For a rainy day like that, they had a good turnout. They had to be 250, 300 people there. Foul ball, that goes out of play into the street.
Well, and I saw,
0-2.
Dan Diker was making mention of a couple, years ago when I was younger, much younger. I did a few years of racetrack announcing, and Marv Marzofka and Tom Refner were mentioned.
You know those guys?
Yes.
You remember them, huh?
The Screaming Yellow Zonker.
Is that right?
Yeah. Got hit off his bat there.
Was that off his bat? Okay. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, that goes back a long ways, and those guys were very competitive with each other.
Well, they had developed the knights, the 3 knights.
Yes.
The black knight, the white knight, and the purple knight, I think it was. They were talking about that. Ground ball, that's going out to the third baseman. Oh, he fumbles it. That's going to be an error, and McKee gets on base. That'll be an E5.
Yeah, Cameron Weber must have just taken his eye off of that and looking to throw before, because that was an easy hopper to him.
Yeah. Normally you'd see it. Now, it looks kind of like the ground is pretty hard packed, don't you think?
It could be.
Like you said, it rained yesterday, and the ground looks like it might be kind of just a little damp and therefore a little hard packed. So you're going to see them bounce like that when they're hitting the dirt. So we got a runner on first. At the plate now, Philip Richards. Richards, one of their best hitters, he's hitting .431. He's had 31 hits so far this season, 3 doubles, 2 triples. Walt takes a look at first, make sure he knows where the runner is. There's a swing and strike 2.
I find it interesting, too, the outfielders for Holmen, they're playing relatively shallow, especially right field. You kind of expect that, but it looks like a little bit shallow. So they're challenging these hitters for Sparta to see if they could overpower them.
Whoa, he throws it over to first. He just sort of lobbed that one over there. So Adam McKee, Philip Richards, big swing, and he struck him out. So that brings up Austin Stiesel. Austin is a .370 batter. He's had 20 hits this season, 3 doubles, 17 RBIs.
And he's their catcher. He built like a catcher.
Yeah.
A solid, shorter guy.
He's a junior at Sparta. Sparta with only, I think, about 7 seniors, I think, on the team?
Yeah, the trick is, though, they got 14 dressing.
Ground ball out to the first baseman. He'll just pick it up and step on the base, and there we go. So, ground out to first baseman. Now we have no score in that first inning, folks, and it looks like we'll go to the bottom of the first inning in just a moment. But first, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more at the start of the game right after this.
You know Boyer's Furniture. We've been in business over 100 years selling quality furniture at budget prices. But who's choosing the furniture we're selling?
We picked out sofas, and more sofas. We picked out love seats, and more love seats. We picked out recliners, and more recliners, dining room furniture, bedroom furniture.
With buyers like these and USA brands like Ashley, Marshfield, and Best, you can't do better than Boyer Furniture.
Business owner, you have lots of important decisions to make. One of them is getting proper insurance coverage. Covera Insurance Services gives you peace of mind with real coverage every time. Covera knows what matters to you, having the right coverage for your business at a competitive price. That's why Covera Insurance is the premier commercial insurance agency in the region. Check them out at coverainsurance.com. Covera Insurance Services, where covering you comes first.
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson, along with Art Fay, and we are in the bottom of this first inning here. No score yet. And our first batter up for Holmen is Cameron Weber. And he takes a swing at that first one, and it's strike one.
Yeah, Cameron's a good all-around athlete. We've seen him in the football field, the basketball field, and obviously wrapping up his high school career here on the baseball field.
Oh, there's a high popper, and who's going to get it? Third baseman comes in and grabs that one. One out. Nick Church. That'll bring up Rylan Wall, shortstop. It always seems that, the beginning of these games, the batters have to kind of get a feel for the pitcher before they really start hitting them. Don't you think?
I think so. You get out there and you get a little rhythm. You got a left-handed pitcher coming at you, and if he's got a little snap or if he's got a curveball.
Whoa, there's a fly way out to center field, and it's caught. Boy, he backed him almost to the warning track out there. Nice hit by Rylan Wall. That was a long fly ball.
I like watching Kevin Cable play, Rick, and it's not just his at the plate, but his speed.
That was a little off-speed pitch there, but it goes foul.
Yeah,
strike one.
Kevin Cable is probably one of the faster kids you're going to see in the whole Mississippi Valley Conference. And if he gets on, I wouldn't be a bit surprised that somewhere along the line they send him.
Yep, I agree.
That whole family's athletic. An older brother playing defensive back for UWL.
Yeah. Dad was coaching. Probably played in his time, too, didn't he?
Oh, he played at Viterbo. He was fabulous at Viterbo.
Wow, that one's back, and it's gone. Home run.
Wow.
Kevin Cable puts it out of the park. That's got to be 320, 330, all the way over the fence. And bingo, Holmen is up 1-0.
Wow, he got all of that one, Rick, and that's the first home run I've seen in high school ball this year.
Is that right? There haven't been many. I tell you, you check some of the teams, and that very well could be Holmen's first one. I'm not sure. But haven't been a lot of home runs. Too bad there wasn't anybody on base. But that's Hunter Steinhoff, by the way, on the mound for Sparta. He's got an ERA of 4.17, so not the best pitcher they have, but there's a high popper again. Second base is under it. He's got it. So nobody left on base, but one run comes in. No hits. Well, I guess one hit, I should say. One run comes in. No errors that time around. And now we go to the top of the second inning, and Sparta coming up with Nick Church on will be up first, followed by Ethan Krieger and Dalton Mayer. 1, 2, and 3. We're at the middle of the batting order, and if If the Spartans have any place where they're a little maybe soft, it's right in the middle of the batting order. Nick Church batting 222 and Ethan Krieger batting 283. So a little bit soft there, but then they come right back on again. Dalton Mayer batting 255. Isaac Stiesel, who's right towards the bottom of the order at 373. So they got some good hitters yet to come up here.
You know, one thing Holmen does too, keep their bench involved here, Rick, is, and we saw this before, the entire bench gets up at the bottom of an inning and they run down to the right field line all the way out to the outfield and they come back in. Just so everybody stays warm, gets involved, stays active in the game.
Yep. Not a bad idea.
I like that.
Yeah.
We were talking about the tournament coming up too, because the second week of June is when the state tournament gets going. But you take a look at how this Division II is set up, and just about everybody from the area is in the same bracket here. Sparta, GET, Onalaska, West Salem, Logan, Black River Falls, Toma, all clustered in one group.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. They don't have to travel that far.
Not at all.
So it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's just you'd like to see the kids spread out just a little bit and give a chance to get to state.
Well, in many ways, you're playing the same teams that you played, so you've already played them twice. In West Salem's case, they probably played most of them once. But so you're heading in for a third time, but you really have a feel for those teams already. So I don't know. Is that good? Is that bad? I don't know. Top of the second inning now. This is Nick Church, third baseman for Sparta. Nevin Wall on the mound. Behind the plate is Brandon Fleury. Over at first base, Logan Stauffer. Second base is Mason Palmer. Third base, Cameron Weber. There's a shot. It's going to go foul down the third baseline. Shortstop is Rylan Wall. Left field is Caleb Maddle. Center field, Kevin Cable. And in right field, Adam Quam. 1-0. Holmen in the lead. Got him. Went down swinging. Nick Church strikes out. Ethan Krieger coming up next.
I don't know if you've been watching, too, the NCAA women's softball tournaments have been going on. And UW La Crosse just finished up with a loss up at St. Thomas, but they got to the Super Regionals.
Wow, didn't know that.
Yeah, they had a great year. But they took on St. Thomas, and St. Thomas is one of those teams that's like 40-5.
Yeah.
It was an incredible record they had.
Yeah, I think pretty much all of their teams are pretty good, aren't they? I seem to remember going there for some football games, too. Strike one. 1-1 the count. This is Krieger up there. Strike two. Interesting. I'm looking at the pitch count out there, and you see that Holmen's got 22 pitches and Sparta only 7. And I got to thinking, could that be right? But I guess it is.
Oh, it is. Yeah, the first inning, there was 15 pitches out there.
Struck him out. Yeah, it was that's all it was 7 pitches for Sparta. I mean, each batter got up there and within 1 or 2 pitches hit the ball. So.
And you talk about baseball coming on strong here too. Loggers, about 2 weeks from their start of their season?
That's right. Dave Gasper, one of our guys, is going to be working the radio for him all through the season. He and John Papadopoulos.
I didn't know that.
Dave Gasper, yeah.
Good for him. So
Just
he's going to be there.
Got hired not too long ago.
Good. So is he hired by the Loggers or he's hired by the radio station, do you know?
I think he's hired by the Loggers. He had to interview with Chris Goodell.
Oh, good for him. Cool. Congratulations. So.
Yeah. Good kid. Should do very well. 1-1 the count now to Dalton Mayer. Did you get him?
Ooh, no.
That's a ball. Ball 2. 2-1. Two outs. 1-0 Holmen. That looks kind of low, too. That'll be ball 3. 3-1 now, the count. Foul ball. That's going to go up and into the street.
Yeah, Krieger's number 7 batter, and the outfield playing actually a couple steps in.
Yeah, kind of shallow. You're right.
Yeah, Holmen is just, they're confident in their speed out there if somebody gets a hold of it on them. Ooh,
Strike
got
3.
him.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I think Mayer thought that was a little bit down and out.
3 up, 3 down. Nobody left on. Boy, I tell you, they made quick work of Sparta on that one.
Struck out the side.
They did, and we'll take a break, folks, and we'll come back with more in just a little bit. Stick around. It's Sparta versus Holmen on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com.
With your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where you are, it's easy to find Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
Schneider Heating, La Crosse.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Here you are.
Right now, get over $1,700 in rebates and utility credits with your new Carrier Infinity heating and cooling system.
Call or visit us online to ask more about our Gold Star maintenance program.
Schneider Heating, West Salem.
Schneider Heating around West Salem. Here you go.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning.
No matter where.
As a business owner, you have lots of important decisions to make. One of them is getting proper insurance coverage. Covera Insurance Services gives you peace of mind with real coverage every time. Covera knows what matters to you, having the right coverage for your business at a competitive price. That's why Covera Insurance is the premier commercial insurance agency in the region. Check them out at coverainsurance.com. Covera Insurance Services, where covering you comes first.
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson, along with Art Fay. 1-0 our score right now, and up for Holmen is Adam Quam, the right fielder. First pitch was a strike. Oh, there's a little change up there. Gets away from him, though. That'll be ball 1. 1-1. Boy, I tell you, Nevin Wall, what a great inning he just had. He's already got 5 strikeouts to his name, and it's only the second inning. Ground ball gets past the second base, out into center field, and Quam gets on base.
Nice solid hit, right back up the middle. You know, the pitcher had just kind of a fleeting chance to get a hand on that, but Hunter Stiesel just was moving off to the left, or excuse me, off to the third base side, and it went right behind him.
All right, here we go. Now up, this is Logan Stauffer, the first baseman. First pitch, ball 1.
You know, and the Holmen Vikings, you know, they're not afraid to play some small ball here and try to make things happen. You know, and you got a left-handed batter, try to bunt it down and move Quam down to second base.
That one's a little outside, ball 2. Hey, if you're watching us on the internet today, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Be sure to click on the little red button there, and every time we go live with a game, you'll get a notice on your phone that KQEG just went live. So 2-0.
Oh,
nice hit right down the right field line, and he's got a base hit.
A good solid poke out to right field, probably about 6 feet inside the line.
Yeah. Placed that just perfectly. Could have been better. So Jake Lease comes up now. Jake is the designated hitter he's hitting for Nevin Wall, the pitcher. Runners at first and second and no outs.
Kind of watch where the third baseman plays, because that could be a setup for a bunt. He's playing fairly deep.
Yeah, he really is. Strike 1.
At least not showing anything yet.
Nope. Runners taking a lead off at both first and second. There's the bunt. Right back to the pitcher. He'll go to first. And they get him at first, but they move the runners around to second and third. So a sack bunt for Lease. And that brings up Caleb Mattel.
Yep, now you turn them loose.
Bring in some runs. There's just one out. Runners at second and third. Now you can see the infield coming in. First and second base are on the grass. So is the shortstop. They're looking for a play at the plate.
You know, Caleb, another one of those multi-sport players. Not that long ago, we saw him on the basketball court getting a lot of playing time.
I think I saw him pitch, too, one of those Aquinas games we did. Comes the runner. No, foul ball. Hit and run. Looks like it was on there, huh?
Yeah, squeeze play was definitely there, and Mattel did a good job protecting the runners, putting the bat on it. I think they turned that off now. Let Mattel swing away.
2 strikes, yeah. I would think they'd let him swing now. That's a foul ball. That'll go up and out of play to the neighbor's yard. 0-2.
At the corners, they're playing basically even with the grass. Second baseman's way in.
There's a high pop-up going foul. Can they catch
playable.
it? They do.
They're going to tag it.
Yeah,
Nope.
Nope. Runner's going to go back. Runners will stay.
That was a really good throw and catch by Ethan Kruger at first base to keep the runners at their current locations.
Yeah. Bottom of the batting order now. Mason Palmer steps up. Runners still at second and third. 2 outs now. See if Palmer can make something happen. Oh, that goes in the dirt. One and 0. There's a strike. 1-1.
You know, in the early going, both these pitchers have had great control. But, you know, the depth of how far back the screen is, if that got away from a catcher, that could very well bring in a run.
Oh, easily, yeah. There's a high pop-up.
Playable.
Third base comes in, and he's got it. Retires the side. So Sparta, dodges a bullet there, so to speak. And we'll go to the top of the third inning now. Our score is still 1-0. Picking up a couple of hits that time. Holmen does. Let's remind folks, though, that one of our sponsors today is our friends over at Pizza Corral. Just before or after the game, round up the family and head on over to Pizza Corral in Holmen for their original pan-style pizzas. Don't forget they've got soup, there's a salad bar, ice cream, beverages, everything you need. Enjoy inside dining, or you can do a carry-out if you want. Banquet and party rooms are also available. That's Pizza Corral in Holmen. Call them at 526-3660, 526-3660. Julie's been one of our sponsors for quite some time. We sure do appreciate the fact that she sponsors these Holmen games. So we're headed into the third inning now. Score 1-0. Vikings in the lead. Neville will still be on the mound. Starting out for Sparta, Isaac Stiesel, followed by Hunter Steinhoff, the pitcher, and then we'll go to the top of the batting order. So we'll see what Stiesel can get going here. Now this young man has a pretty good batting average. He's batting .373. He's had 19 hits, 3 doubles, 9 RBIs. We'll see how Wall handles him. Well, there's strike 1.
I think Stiesel's going to have to get used to that speed because Wall really zipped that one in there.
He did.
Stiesel was a little bit behind it.
That one gets away from him. Well, down the right field line, it's going to go foul, and it's going to go out of play. So, 1-2 the count. Woo, there's a strike. He got him. I tell you, Wall is really upped his game, hasn't he?
Well, I was going to say, that's strikeout number 6.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
He's starting off really strong.
Averaging 2 per inning, huh? Hunter Steinhoff now steps up. He's a senior, and he's pitching today. First pitch, ball 1, 1-0. Catches that one, but it's going to go foul. Strike 1.
That went down the left field line like a cue ball.
Yeah.
A lot of English on it, taking it out of play.
One and one now. 1 out. Top of the 3rd inning, Holmen in the lead, 1-0 on a home run by Kevin Cable in the 1st inning. Punched it right out of the park. Foul ball. You want to get that one, Art?
It's awful close.
There you are.
Let's see what the guys.
You get to keep it. You get to keep it.
No. I'm sure somebody will be coming looking for it.
Okay.
But it was close.
Yeah. We had that happen at West Salem yesterday. Came right up onto the balcony we were sitting on and whacked the railing behind us. 3-2 now. Full count. Full count to Steinhoff. And he walked him. First walk of the day for Evan Wall. Now we go to the top of the batting order with a man on base and 1 out. Brett Stiesel will come up. Comes a young man looking for the ball.
Yep, he'll be here.
That's going to head out to right field. He's running, he's caught it. Catches that one on the run. Stiesel flies out.
Yeah, he got a hold of that and gave it a good ride for about 300 feet.
But Adam Quam was there. Pulls it in, and they held the runner to first base, too. He had to go back and tag up. So Adam McKee comes up next.
I think that same truck just going around.
Oh, he hit him. So runner gets on base. And Philip Richards now comes up with 2 runners on, and this young man is the one that's batting .470 or something like 431. So let's see if he can put some runs on the board here for Sparta. He's got a good opportunity, that's for sure. 2 outs, man on first and second. Gonna have to get a base hit to bring somebody in. Let's see what Wall does. Gonna step off the mound for a second.
2 outs, everybody at regular playing depth.
Foul ball. It's going to go out of play. Strike one. Long fly ball. They're going to chase that one down, and they got it. Wow, what a great catch on the run. Caleb Mattel picks that up and crashes into the fence and retires the side. Well done, well done. Okay, so we're going to the bottom of the third inning. Of course, that means we'll take a break before we go there, so let's do that. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more of this pretty good game here right after this on KQEG-TV and KQEGTV.com. We'll be right back. Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen has opened a new state-of-the-art chiropractic facility in Holmen. They offer a specialized exam and specific plan to deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen. Premier Spine Health and Injury in Holmen.
Hey, Race fans, it's the voice Dan Dyke along with Paul Reichert and Billy Knocknalls. We are ready for year number 9 of Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
It's going to be a great season. We're going to have drivers from La Crosse and Toma tell you about how their season's going, and maybe a couple of different guests along the way, too.
If there's a race at a track in about 4 states, we're going to be there. I'll be announcing there. The video cameras are going to be going full force, and you'll see them Thursday through Sunday. Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing. Hey, race fans, it's the voice Dan Dyke along with Paul Reichert and Billy Knocknalls. We are ready for year number 9 of Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
And welcome back, everyone. Rick Wilson along with Art Fay. Bottom of the third inning now. Up comes Holmen. Leading off for Holmen, we're at the top of the batting order. This is Cameron Weber. Ooh, kind of little change-up action there.
He threw a little curve ball at him. It came in a little low and inside.
Ball one. That one's going to go foul. Is it in play? Nope, just over the fence. Just barely over the fence. Strike one. One on the count to Cameron Weber. Flied out to the third baseman in that first inning. Led things off. Hunter Steinhoff, pitcher today for Sparta Spartans. 2-1 the count now. He's got 25 pitches under his name so far. Ball 3-1.
Yeah, the only score in the game coming off of Kevin Cable's home run, the bottom of the first. Hit that one to left center.
And he walked him. So Weber gets on base, and Rylan Wall comes up next. Flied out to center field last time up. So no outs, runner on first. Rylan Wall looks over to the coach. What are we going to do, coach? You think they'll bunt at this point?
I don't think so. You got the meteor order up there. I think you're going to probably get a swing away.
Yeah, I think you're right. It would make sense anyway.
Ooh.
Whoa, he tagged that one deep.
Got him running.
It does. Oh, and it drops in there on the warning track. Here comes the runner. He's headed for home. They send him home, and he scores. So Rylan Wall gets a double out of that one and an RBI.
Now Weber was halfway down to third base when he started looking at it. Maybe they'll catch it. And he stopped right about where the shortstop was standing. And when that hit the warning track, off he went. A good poke.
2-0, Holmen in the lead. And that brings up Kevin Cable, who hit a home run last time up. Now, this time he'd get an extra run in, too. There's a popper. It's going over to the third baseman, rather, and he catches it. Flies out that time. So that brings up Brandon Fleury. Flied out to the second baseman last time up. 1 out. 2-0 Holmen. He reaches down and pounds that one into left field. It's caught. 2 outs. So Adam Quam comes up next. Adam got a base hit. Hit one out to center field last time. Whoa, that one goes in the dirt, but the catcher, Austin Stiesel, gets in front of it, keeps the runner on second that way. High fly ball. Looks like center fielders got it. So Adam Quam flies out to center, and that retires the side. So the Holmen Vikings pick up another run on that one, and it's now 2-0 Holmen. As we move to the top of the 4th inning. And up comes Sparta. Austin Stiesel will lead things off for the Spartans, followed by Nick Church and Ethan Krieger. There goes the Holmen crew running down to the
getting out there again.
Yep.
I was hearing today, just as things get hopping for the summer, that Riverfest is going to be bringing back helicopter rides this summer.
Oh, no kidding.
They've done it before. It was a presentation to the city just to say, here's where we'd like to land, and the group out of Duluth, Minnesota is a group that's bringing in the helicopter and just getting all the permits and all the appropriate parking and safety standards set up, and just was hearing that today. So that's a nice little feature that'll come back to the 4th of July festival.
Where will they land it? Do you know?
Around the Oktoberfest grounds. I think that little pie-shaped parking lot that they have in the north part of the Oktoberfest grounds is where they're intending to put that.
So they'll charge you for a ride? They take you for a ride around the...
Take you for a ride, and they'll have different kind of rides. It's just, something that'll be just up and down around the immediate area, or they can take you for a 20-minute ride and obviously charge accordingly.
Or they can take you for the one that goes out to the river and they throw you out.
Yeah, can you swim?
Yeah. No, that sounds pretty good. I was excited to see Bill LaRue announced as the Commodore.
Oh, Bill and Terry, a great couple.
Yep. There's a...
They called that a fair ball.
They called it a fair ball. They did, yeah. So picked up and thrown out by the catcher.
Yeah, Bill and Terry are nice couple. Very
nice
couple.
guy. We're going to have him into the station. We're going to have a chance to get up close and personal with him, talk to him a little bit about him and his wife and
and just his life, his history is because he's, a lot of people go back to the old Blues Brothers, if you will, and what they did with that in their own careers, and but there's a lot of things he did, and he does a lot of great things for the community, and that's just one piece of the puzzle what that family has done.
This is Nick Church. He struck out last time up, and the first pitch, strike one. And that's ball one. A little outside that time. Foul ball, strike two. One and two now to Nick Church. Whoa, bounced that one in front of him. 2-2.
I wonder if Nevin's getting just a little bit tired out there. He's got approaching 50 pitches. Long season.
Yeah. Whoa, fly ball. That's going to go deep. It looks to me like that will be a base hit. Double, actually. He's going for three. Nope. He's going to pull up.
Oh.
Pull up. Smart move. Smart move. Nick Church gets a double. And the crowd goes wild. Sparta obviously got some folks sporting the red here today.
Well, Coach Bob Stiesel was standing at third saying, hold up, hold up.
Smart move.
So just like that, Sparta's threatening with one out.
2-0, Holmen in the lead. Top of the fourth inning. This is Ethan Krieger. First baseman for Sparta. That's a little high. Ball one. Ball two.
Now, this past week, had an opportunity to go up to Lake Arbutus. And I don't, I'd never been there.
Me neither.
And it's not that far away, just about, an hour, and it's over towards the Black River Falls, maybe another half an hour past Black River Falls.
Yeah.
And
ball three.
You'd be surprised. It's a beautiful lake. How many people from the La Crosse area have got cabins around that lake?
Really?
Yep. And, lots and lots of great places to eat. So if you go out there and you get an opportunity, you want to just take in some little places that you've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's a great little area to go.
Lake Arbutus? Is that
Arbutus. Right? Arbutus. I think I'm saying
Arbutus.
Lake Arbutus.
Arbutus, okay.
Okay. But, it's about an hour and 15 minutes. It was just an easy drive.
Huh.
They got a pretty lake over there.
Never heard of it. I hadn't been there yet. I'll have to check that out. 3-1, the count. Ooh, that's high. He walked him. Well, I see. If he walks another one, we're going to see the coach come out here and have a chat with him, I'm thinking. See how he does here. He's up to 54 pitches. This is Dalton Mayer now.
Well, he started off. He had 6
strikeouts. Boom.
Yeah, 6 out of his first 7 batters he struck out.
Yeah.
And strikeouts now have been hard to come by.
Well, I swear the batters just they get the timing down of the pitcher at some point, and they start to hit him. Ball one to Dalton Mayer. That's headed to right field. That's going to get caught, and it'll hold up the runners. Mayer flies out. And that's 2 outs. Brings up Isaac Stiesel. Isaac's got, let's see, he struck out last time at bat. However, young man batting .373. It's a pretty good batting average. He's got 9 RBIs to his name. Could pick up a couple here. 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Strike one. Ball one. I was talking to one of the guys that works a lot of these games here, and we were talking about the fact they want to get a press box in here somewhere.
All right, I'm all for it.
Yeah, well, they just haven't figured out where they would put it, So we had a little discussion about where I thought they should put it,
Mm-hmm.
But strike two. I said, whatever you do, don't put it behind the plate.
No.
Worst place in the world for a press box, because the press won't want to use it.
I would think, just by looking where their concession stand is, now the entry point's here, I think they'd probably put it over the third base side. What was your thought?
That was my thought, too, but he said they'd prefer to be behind their own dugout because that's the home dugout on the first baseline.
Well, that's understandable.
There you go. Got him. Struck him out. Very nicely done as Wall works his way out of that one. And we'll go to the bottom of the fourth inning. But, of course, before we do that, we're going to take a little break. So let's do that right now. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more. Our score 2-0. Holmen in the lead. Back after this.
At Boyers, we have a great selection of furniture.
At great prices.
And great personality.
We'll be the judges of that. Love seats, great. Prices, great. Personality, so-so. Sofas, great. Prices, great. Personality, so-so. Recliners, great. Prices, great. Personalities, and...
But I'm your grandpa. Can't you give me a break?
All judges' decisions are final at Boyers Furniture.
Please.
Deal with your pain.
Whiplash, concussions, TMJ, carpal tunnel, even headaches and migraines. We work to relieve the pain caused by these symptoms so that you can get back to doing the things that you love.
Set up an appointment today. Your first visit is only $39 and it's donated to the charity of your choice. Call or stop by Holmen's Premier Chiropractic Office, Premier Spine Health and Injury at 814 Main Street in Holmen. Premier Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson along with Art Fay, and we are the bottom of the fourth inning here. Holmen coming up, starting with Logan Stauffer, followed by Jake Lease and Caleb Mattel. Stauffer got a base hit last time up. This time he starts out with a foul ball, strike one.
This is kind of the game that we thought we'd see here. Good defensive teams, a 2-0 run lead for Holmen right now. Home run by Kevin Cable, creating one of the runs, and RBI double by Rylan Wall in the last inning. That's all the scoring we've seen tonight.
Yep. Counts 1-1. Foul ball, strike two. 1-2 now. Hunter Steinhoff's still on the mound for Sparta. Has not had a strikeout yet. He's only walked one batter. A little high that time. 2-2 the count now. Outside, that's going to be a full count. 3-2.
Yeah, he didn't miss it by much. That was a left-handed curveball.
And he's going to get to walk down to the base. Jake Lease coming up now. Jake is their designated hitter. Got a sack bunt last time to move the runner around. They may have him do the same thing again.
Well, I think so. You know, Ricky got the bottom of the order here. And this is where this part of the order could help you with manufacturing runs with bunts.
Yeah.
Third base is playing even with the bag. We'll tell you that Hunter Stiesel, the pitcher for Sparta, has done a great job being a lefty, but keeping the runner close. They don't get much of a lead over there.
Two and 0. Doesn't look like he's interested in bunting at the moment.
Doesn't look like it, no.
No, that's going to be a base hit. Drops right in there. Center fielder's going to pick it up, and base hit for Jake Lease. So runners at first and second now. No outs, and into the batter's box, Caleb Mattel flied out to the first baseman last time. 2-0 Holmen here.
Coach Wall, his signals to Mattel were pretty simple, so if that's any indication, I think he's got him swinging away.
And he does. And boy, that one's going deep.
He might tag it.
Center fielder's got it. Runners, nope, gonna go back.
Boy, I got to give center fielder for Sparta some credit. He's got a pretty good arm out there.
No kidding.
Philip Richards.
Long ball hit, though, by Caleb Mattel. That'll bring up Mason Palmer. 1 out. Runners still at first and second. Palmer hit a fly ball down to third base last time. I think a little popper. I don't know. Was he? I think he was showing bunt there, wasn't he?
He was.
I didn't see any Spartans running in.
They called that a strike on him, even though he didn't make the offer.
Yeah. Steps off the mound. Chases the runners back to their bases. There's a, again. Fakes a throw to second and gets the runner back.
Yeah, he's just letting Stauffer know that he's seen him out there.
Over to first. Yeah, it's a lot easier for a left-handed pitcher to throw that over to first and catch the guy off.
It is. You know, if you get yourself leaning or a half a step too far,
yep,
you just got to be able to understand where you're at over there.
There's the bunt. Pitcher's got it. He'll throw to first, and he's got him. So, sack bunt by Mason Palmer moves the runners to second and third. Puts them in scoring position with the top of the batting order coming up for Holmen. Cameron Weber, who actually walked last time at bat, followed by Rylan Wall and Kevin Cable. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. That's going to be inside, a little low, ball 1. He tagged that one. That's going to go deep. Will it be caught? And it is. Whew. Nice catch out there by Sparta's left fielder, Brett Stiesel. And that gets him out of the inning, retires the side. Boy, that was really hit deep, Art, you know.
It was. You got all of that one. And I just got to credit, you know, Stiesel out there in left field, chasing that one down. Because he was getting close to the warning track again.
No kidding. And we'll take a moment here now to remind you that another one of our sponsors today and throughout the entire season is our friends over at Schumacher Kish Cremation and Funeral Services, serving the La Crosse area for over 50 years now. Traditional services or prearranged funeral plans. It's comforting to know they'll be there when you need them at Schumacher Kish. They're located in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. So, top of the 5th inning now. And Sparta coming back up again. See if they can put some runs up on the board. It looks like we'll be leading off with the pitcher, Hunter Steinhoff, followed by the top of the order then, Brett Stiesel and Adam McKee. Still on the mound for Holmen, Nevin Wall. Two to nothing. Holmen in the lead on 5 hits, 1 error. So far, the Spartans with only 1 hit. Well, we should talk maybe a little bit about playoffs here. Our plan at this point is to start our first playoff game would be Aquinas and Necedah. And that's going to be this Thursday. That'll be played at home, be played at Aquinas. That'll be our first playoff game. Then we're planning on following Holmen, but Holmen got a bye in the first round, so they won't actually start until next Thursday. And at this point, I can tell you that Holmen, I'm not sure who they're going to play yet. Oh, I have that, though, don't I? Stand by. I got that.
Yeah, I thought you had a chart
It'll either
there.
be Hudson or Marshfield. Hudson a number 11 seed. Marshfield got a number 6 seed. There's a ground ball, third base over to first, and he's got him. Wow, great throw by Cameron Weber. So Steinhoff grounds out to the third baseman, 1 out.
And these Vikings, you were telling me, I think we've got a number 3 seed?
Yeah. No, the Vikings are a number 3 seed. You're right. I thought you meant Sparta. Sparta's number 1 seed in their division, but our plan is to follow those two and see how it goes. Now, Central in that same division, ball 1, in that same sectional or same division, whatever you want to call it, but they're at the top of the bracket, so they would, if they win all the way through, the sectional championship would be where Holmen and Central would meet.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be something?
It would be.
It'd be at Carson Park too, up in Eau Claire.
Oh, they'd probably find a new location for that if that ever happened.
Not necessarily, because the first 2 games, they played that.
It's all one day.
Yeah, it's all one day. So there's the first 2 games. Who knows where those teams would come from? But if Central wins through on their side, then the only place they would meet would be the sectional championship. So I think they would still have it at Carson Park.
Yeah. I was thinking that they play one game on a neutral field somewhere.
Yep. 2-2 the count. Brett Stiesel.
Yeah, that might be a little stretch. Both teams making it that far.
Yeah, it would be. I'm surprised at what Central got for seeding, though. They seeded 9th. Now that either means there's a lot of really good teams ahead of them, or they just ended up in the wrong spot somehow.
Well, they were 7-4 in the conference, and 11-10 on the year, and I'm sure that 11-10 on the year probably nicked them down in their positioning. 500 ball club.
Yep.
But 9 seems a little low.
Three and 2, full count now to Stiesel. He's going to hit that one out into the street. It was interesting to see how West Salem did too. I don't know if you looked at the brackets at all. West Salem, I think, got like a 3 seed, and GET got a 5 seed, and GET beat West Salem.
Oh, really?
Before they actually. Oh, he struck out.
Yep.
Before they actually did the seeding. And so I was talking to Coach Ely, and he said, Coach at GET asked the same question. But the answer is that they beat, West Salem beat all the teams that GET lost to.
Yeah, I mean,
strike one.
All that seeding is, there's records, how you did in your conference.
Yep.
And then there's a dose of subjectivity, and that's where it hits.
Yep. You're right. Ground ball, that's going to go to shortstop, picks it up over to first, and he's got him. 3 up, 3 down, nobody left on. And Nevin Wall picks himself up another strikeout there. So that concludes the top of the 5th inning. We're going to go to the bottom of the 5th. And once again, before we do that, we'll take a little break. And we'll be back with more great baseball. Stick around, everybody. 2-0 Holmen in the lead.
As a business owner, you have lots of important decisions to make. One of them is getting proper insurance coverage. Covera Insurance Services gives you peace of mind with real coverage every time. Covera knows what matters to you, having the right coverage for your business at a competitive price. That's why Covera Insurance is the premier commercial insurance agency in the region. Check them out at coverainsurance.com. Covera Insurance Services, where covering you comes first. As a
Welcome back, everybody. Rick Wilson along with Art Fay. And Art, we've got a new pitcher out there.
A little bit of change out there. Yeah, they're bringing in Brett Stiesel, who was out in left field, to the pitcher's mound. Yeah, I'll have to double check and see how they made the rest of the shifts.
This young man has an earned run average of 1.89. He's got 35 strikeouts to his name. And there's a long fly ball. That's going to be a base hit. That right in between right field and center. It's going to be a double, just like that. Ryland Wall, his second double today. I think the center fielder was playing very left of center, didn't you think?
He was. You know, but that was consistent with who he was playing all night.
Yeah.
But now look at him. He's at dead center.
Yep.
This is Kevin Cable, who's tagged one in the first inning for a home run.
Yeah. Ooh. Did he get him? Strike one.
He did.
Yep.
A little high, and you know, some of those high, hard ones are hard to lay off. They just look so fat when they come in.
Yeah.
That was that same truck.
It is. You're right. I just looked at it as it went by. That's the same. What's he doing?
Like once an inning.
He wants to be on the get a sound on the TV or something. I
think so.
Stiesel with 35 strikeouts, 17 walks. That's going to be a fair ball into left field. Runner's coming to home, and he comes in standing up. There's a double for Cable. Boy, he is fast, isn't he?
Oh, I just love the speed of Kevin Cable. That's going to allow him to play at the next level somewhere if he wants to.
Well, 3-0 now as Holmen puts another one up on the board. And now Brandon Fleury coming up. Runner on second, no outs. Ball one. Fly ball.
Might be trouble.
Drops right in between the second baseman, and we're going to see if he can catch him at third. Oh, no. Didn't quite get the throw in there. I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but third base, we now have Tanner Oswald.
Yep, I did not, and that was a
third base.
Change, young man coming off the bench.
And I don't know where did Nick Church end up? Maybe he's out in left field.
Well, Brett Stiesel coming in here. Didn't expect him to get hit hard. He is getting hit hard right now, but he's also faced the number 2, 3, and 4 batters. I think you got a substitute runner at first base as well.
You do, yeah. Ground ball. Back into left field it goes, and another run's coming in.
That was a hit that's got eyes on it as it gets between short and third.
So another run comes across the plate. And it's 4-0, I should say. Bottom of the fifth inning. No outs, and we've got runners at first and second. And Logan Stauffer at the plate. Been on base twice today, 2 for 2. On a walk one time and a base hit to right field. First pitch, ball one.
Yeah, nobody out. Runners at first and second. Left-handed batter. Bunt, maybe?
I don't know. Not showing bunt.
No.
2-0. That's low, 3-0. Stiesel's having a little trouble finding his groove there. Just hasn't really got it going yet. 3-0. There you go, strike one. 3-1. Foul ball, that's going to go out of play. Hit the side of a pickup truck.
It did hit the truck, that one.
But on a bounce, it just bounced
yeah.
and it kind of hit it on, glanced off of it. 3-2, full count now to Logan Stauffer. Going to protect the plate. That one goes off into the street again. Neighbor's yard it landed in, I believe. Count stays 3-2. No outs. Runners at first and second. Big swing.
Yep.
Strike 3. He got him.
Got him going for a high one.
Stiesel's first strikeout. And Jake Lease coming up now. Got a base hit last time up. Sack bunt in the second inning. He's the DH for Holmen. 1 out now. Strike 1. Ooh, that's in the dirt. Ball gets loose. Runners will advance. Runners now at second and third. Takes the force off the bases. And the count's 1-1 to Jake Lease.
You know, this kind of situation before, we've seen the Vikings try a bunt. So they just squeeze him home.
Not this time.
Might have him
Spartans
tagged.
are chasing him down. They got it. There's the runner coming to home, and nope, it's gonna go back.
What a throw again from
the
first base side.
No kidding. Threw that home. That was nice.
Ethan Kruger did that before, and he did it again.
Caleb Mattel coming up now. Cale's 0 for 2. Hasn't been on base yet today. Flied out in the fourth inning. Flied out in the second inning. So maybe he's due, huh? We'll see.
The last time at bat, that was a good poke out to center field.
There's a foul ball in the street. And onto the roof of the house next door, the garage.
And off to the west and a little bit to the north. A few clouds starting to gather up out there.
I know. You know, we're supposed to have a Onalaska versus West Salem game tomorrow. And I'm hoping we can get that in if we don't get any rain. But they are talking about thunderstorms tomorrow, so I don't know. Counts 1-1 now. Caleb Mattel. 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Long fly ball. Base hit could bring in a couple runs for Holmen. Ball 2. Ooh, that one gets loose. But he gets in front of it. Austin Stiesel keeps it from getting behind him. You have to wonder if if the catcher and pitcher are brothers here, you know. My brother was a pitcher in Little League, and my dad always wanted me to be a catcher. He thought that would be pretty neat.
Wilson to Wilson?
Yeah, Wilson to Wilson. That never worked out, but.
Well, it could very well be.
Yeah.
You know, year or two separate these kids.
Sophomore and a junior. So that'll bring up Mason Palmer, bottom of the order here. And we've got bases loaded. And 2 outs. Caleb Mattel gets on a walk. That'll be ball 1.
You know, sometimes in a situation like this, you might tell Palmer, don't swing until he pitches you the first strike.
Could be.
You know,
See if
just
he'll
kinda-
walk in and
Yeah,
run.
just
huh?
kind of force him to work you.
Well,
That was not on.
that was right fielder's got it, and that retires the side. So they get out of that one with Holmen only picking up. Well, they pick up 2 runs, and we'll go to the top of the 6th inning coming up next. Sparta will bring up Philip Richards, followed by Austin Stiesel and Nick Church. So as I said, tomorrow we hope to be at West Salem for Onalaska at West Salem, weather permitting. We'll see how that works out. It's not a conference game, so I would imagine, if they decide to cancel it, they're not that concerned about it. And actually, West Salem and Onalaska could end up playing each other in the playoffs. I believe they're in the same division.
Yeah, they are.
I think GET meets Onalaska in the first round.
Correct.
And then, is that where West Salem might meet them after that? Or
West Salem has to beat Logan.
Okay.
That's a 3 seed for West Salem and a 6 seed for Logan.
Okay.
And if that happens, if the Hilltoppers can knock off GET, then they're I take that back, Rick, because they're separate brackets. It would be a little further down the line because GET
more like it's the sectionals.
Yeah, GET on a winner plays Sparta.
Okay, I gotcha. And Sparta's the number 1 seed, yeah. So,
and West Salem Logan winner plays Black River Falls Toma winner.
Okay.
So it's a little further out if that were to happen. So it could. It takes a couple of wins for both those clubs to make that happen.
There's a high popper. Shortstop calls it. He's got it. 1 out. Rylan Wall gets underneath that one. 1 out. Up next for Sparta, Austin Stiesel. Over in the Division 3 brackets now, Aquinas is going to end up, it looks like, probably facing Westby again. And that's, if they could beat Necedah, and that's always a big game, a big rivalry that's developed over the years because many, many times now, one team or the other has knocked the other one out of the playoffs.
Oh, that's very probable that those 2 teams could meet in the second game.
Yep. But then the tough one would be Viroqua because Viroqua is on a tear. Everybody's been telling me how good they are. They were the number 1 seed in that division, and they have just beaten just about everybody in the Coulee. I think they're like 9-1 in the Coulee, something like that. There's a long fly ball headed out to center field, and it's caught. 2 outs. Kevin Cable was right there. Pulls it in. And that'll bring up Nick Church, middle of the batting order now. I believe Nick Church has moved out to left field, I'm guessing, but I think that's where they put him. He was at third base. And now Tanner Oswald came in to take over third base. Strike 1. Nevin Wall on his 75th pitch here today, still throwing strikes. Ball 1. Wall with 8 strikeouts so far.
Yeah, if he gets through this inning, it'll be interesting to see if they bring him back for the 7th.
Fly ball, that's going into left field. It's going to fall out of bounds. Foul ball. Strike 2, 1-2, the count. Nick Church got a double last time up. He hit a long ball into center field there. And
and that's the lone hit for Sparta tonight. That double that this young man had.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. They got another one on base on an error, but that's about it. On a walk, I should say. They had a couple of walks. Holmen with 4 runs on 9 hits so far tonight. Ooh, that gets away from him.
In the early part of the tournament, you're going to be out of the state for a little while.
I am?
Yeah, aren't you?
Oh, yes. Okay. You mean I'm going away.
You're
Yeah,
going away.
A little vacation. Yeah, full count, 3 and 2. Yes, my wife and I celebrating 40 years.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, no kidding. Never thought she'd put up with me that long. But oh, they walked him.
You got married when you were babies.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were just little babies. Yeah, that's right. No, 40 years, and it happens to be her birthday, too. So, and I better not tell you how old she is. That would just get me in trouble. So
you're in those years, you know.
Yeah, that's right. She's a youngster.
Good for her.
So we're going to St. Thomas for a week.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
And that's not Minnesota.
No, not that St. Thomas. Ground ball over to first, and they retire the side. So nobody, no runs that time around. Not able to put any runs up on the board, and we now go to the bottom of the 6th inning. And Holmen coming back up once again at the top of the order. Cameron Weber will lead things off, followed by Rylan Wall and Kevin Cable.
I've had one occasion to be down to the islands.
Have you?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. But boy, St. Thomas, St. John's, and St. Martin, and they're all, we visited them all, and they're all kind of different. St. Thomas is pretty commercialized unless things have changed.
Yeah.
And if I remember, St. John's was the one that was really still fairly primitive, and St. Martin was kind of in between. And we really enjoyed it down there.
We did too. We were down there quite some time, about 5 years ago now, I guess. 5-6 years ago. And since then, of course, they got hit by that hurricane.
Yes.
So there are parts of the island that have not yet recovered from that. But I talked to some folks that had been down there over the Christmas holidays, and they said things were coming around pretty good. They're still getting some of the restaurants back open. The Marriott's still closed down. They're having to actually tear down parts of it and just rebuild the hotel. So we found ourselves a little shack.
Yeah, I imagine.
Some real nice tar paper, and it'll be nice.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm leaving you guys in charge here to do all these games, okay?
Yeah, we got the list here. And
yeah.
Hope Jesse's ready to be out there.
First pitch, there we go. Ball 1. Cameron Weber flied out last time up, got a walk in the 3rd, and flied out in the 1st. So hasn't had a hit yet today. 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1 now. Brett Stiesel coming in as a relief pitcher in the last inning. Faced 8 batters in the last inning. 3-1 now, the count. And he walks him. So the leadoff man gets on base. Now Rylan Wall coming up next. Rylan Wall has had 2 doubles today. He's having a good day.
Yeah, and the time he got out, Rick, that was a fly ball to center field. So
yeah.
He's connecting well today.
He's been hitting some long ones. That's a little high. Ball 1.
Yeah, we were talking about some of the crowd here today, and there's a good following from Sparta.
Yeah, there really is. You see the red, and you know they're from Sparta, huh?
Absolutely.
Some red hats over there. And gets back safely. I do see some pitchers warming up in the bullpen over there, it looks like, for Holmen.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a bit surprised somebody comes in at the end here to
finish it off.
Yeah, finish it off at the top of the 7th. Wall has had a fairly decent game. A lot of pitches.
Got it. Runner's got to get back to first, and he does. So Wall flies out that time. Kevin Cable coming up next. There's the guy that hit the home run in the first inning, doubled in the fifth. 1 out, runner on first. Holmen in the lead, 4-0. First pitch, a strike. Down to first.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he made it back.
A good snap throw.
No kidding. Nice throw by Austin Stiesel. Oh, that one goes in the dirt. Runner's going to go down to second. Uncontested. So, 2-1 the count now to Cable, and he's got a runner in scoring position. Base hit could bring him in. There's a ground ball, foul ball. Three and two, full count now to Cable. Another foul ball. 3 and 2 still.
Well, if this weather holds, tomorrow on the schedule anyway, the Vikings have a game at GET against the Redbirds, Redhawks.
Redhawks. I think this is Sparta's last game of the season, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
He walks him. Cable gets on base. So, runners at first and second as Brandon Fleury comes up. Got a base hit last time up.
And that base hit drove in a run.
1 out. Knocks one right into center field. That's going to bring a run. Nope. They hold him up. Boy, these Spartans can throw the ball, can't they?
I like
the way
that
they all the way into the plate. That was nice. Nice base hit for Brandon Fleury.
I tell you, Coach Mark Wall was over at third base, and he was
waving him in at first, wasn't he?
Then all of a sudden he went, whoa, this is a lot shorter than I thought.
Yeah. So it looks like Reichert's going to come in. I believe it's to pinch run. Ben Reichert will pinch run for Brandon Fleury. And now Adam Quam at the plate. 1 out. Runners at first and second. No, bases loaded. Excuse me.
That's going to tag
Fly
it.
ball. Going deep. Center field. He's got it. Here comes the runner. Going to make it across. So Holmen will pick up another run.
That was interesting, too. Cameron Weber tagged up. I mean, it was an easy tag for him because it was so deep, but he didn't look at the ball at all. He just waited for his coach to tell him to go.
That's probably the way you're supposed to do it, don't you think?
Yeah, a little combination.
Just be ready to go.
Yeah.
And coach says go, you go. Logan Stauffer up now with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. Foul ball. Strike 1.
Yeah, the top of the order is where they've been manufacturing these runs for the Vikings. All coming in the first 3 batters and scoring.
High and inside. 1-1. Well, Holmen beat Winona, I believe, yesterday, 7-0. Or Saturday. I guess it was Saturday.
Yeah,
Ooh, big swing.
Yesterday was a little damp out.
Yeah, I don't think anybody played on Sunday, huh? 1-2 now. Logan Stauffer. Sparta lost to Central 7-0 at the last game they played.
And Vikings come in here. They've got a 4-game winning streak. It's kind of a nice way to end the season.
Yeah, nice way to go into the playoffs, huh? On a roll. Here's a little popper. First baseman's got it. That gets him out of that one, huh?
Yeah, one more run.
Yep, so bottom of the 7th, top of the 7th inning coming up. We'll see if Sparta can get something going here.
And they got their last 3 outs to work with. Down 5-0. Here's we go to the top of the 7th.
Yep.
And Wall's going to stay in there.
He is, yeah. He's got 81 pitches. So I think he's got 19 pitches left. He could easily pitch out the game.
He could.
Sparta can't score in this one, then they're done. They've got to put 5 runs on the board to keep this game alive. It's been a pretty fast game, you know. Just looking at the clock here. Started at 5 o'clock, and it's just about 6:30 now. Down to second we go. It's a truck again, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks like it, but that one was not. That
was a different one?
Yeah, that
Okay,
was
all
more
right.
a commercial vehicle.
It was a white truck, though.
Yeah. Very easily thinking it could be.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Yeah,
First
Sparta's going to
pitch.
get back in this. They're doing it with their their number 7 hitter, 7, 8, 9 coming to the plate.
Bottom of the order. First pitch is strike. Ball 1. Isaac Stiesel, though, is a 300 hitter. He'll be up next, and he's, I think, hitting 371, I think it was, something like that. Ground ball.
That's fair ball. Oh, no.
Nope, that went foul. Didn't make it to the base before it went out of bounds. But Mayer gets a piece of it. See if he can get a bigger piece. There's a ground ball. Third baseman's got it. Over to first. He's got him. He rifled that one over there. So Isaac Stiesel coming up now, the right fielder.
Yeah, that was Cameron Weber throwing that over. I mean, Cameron, just kind of showing that why he was the quarterback for the Vikings.
Yeah, Stiesel batting .373 this season. 1 out. Strike 1. He's actually struck out twice today, hasn't he? Stiesel has not been on base yet today.
Wall's been going at him with a lot of fastballs.
There it is again, yeah. Strike 2.
And the umpire brushing off the plate. He's also giving Stiesel a little extra time to shake that one off. He got done brushing off, looked over and says, "You okay?"
Yeah. All right, let's go then.
Yep, we're ready.
Ground ball again. That one's going to go foul. So he's keeping in there. 0-2. He's got to protect that plate. He's going to stay in the game. One out. 5-0 Holmen. Reaching for it again, but that time it'll go to third base. There's a fire down to first. There.
Oh, pulled him off.
Pulled him off. Safe.
Yeah, it was a good job by Logan Stauffer to scoop that one in one hop.
Crowd goes wild. Tanner Oswald. This will be his first time at up. He took Nick Church's place at third when Brett Stiesel moved to the mound. And Tanner Oswald came in at third base. So he's batting at the bottom of the order. This young man looks like he could give it a ride. Strike one. And ball one. One and one.
Wall's getting close to his maximum number of pitches, too, at 92.
Yeah.
Now, if he's in the middle of a batter, he can finish it off.
1-2 now. High and outside. Ball two. 2-2. Struck him out. Finishes it with a swing. So we go to the top of the batting order now for Sparta. They've got some heavy-duty bats, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see if they can get something going here. 2 outs, runner on first. This is Brett Stiesel. Came in from left field and has been pitching. Big swing, strike one. That'll go foul, strike two. Well, this could bring it to an end here.
Well, yeah, and Wall could be one of the, I think this is the first time I've seen anybody pitch a complete game this year as well, if he completes this game.
And a shutout.
Yeah. Two-hitter.
Ball one. 97 pitches now. Another foul ball. Stiesel hangs in there. He's been up at the plate 3 times so far today. Has not gotten on base yet. Struck out twice. Flied out in the third. I think he's due for a hit.
Well, he's been way ahead on the swing here.
Yeah. 1-2 the count. No, didn't catch him. Looking for that inside corner. Did not get it. 2-2. Got him. Struck him out. Well, that should bring us to the end of the game, folks. Our final score, it looks like 5-0. Holmen Vikings win this one. The Vikings now go 18-6, 10-2 in conference. They've already won the conference. Sparta goes 7-5 in conference and 13-7 overall. Sparta finishes their regular season now, but seeded number 1, so they'll be playing not Thursday, but they pick up on Tuesday. They did get a bye the first round. And Holmen, we won't. You said they play GET tomorrow.
They're scheduled to play GET tomorrow, correct?
Okay.
And then they'll go into the tournament. Yep.
GET tomorrow, and then the tournament starts for them on the 30th because they got a bye on the first round for the Division I too. So, well, Art, thanks so much.
Absolutely. A nice pitching game tonight by Nevin Wall. Ricky ended up with 10 Ks, 2 hits.
Not bad.
And a shutout game, so nice outing for Nevin Walls.
Absolutely. You want to pick him as your player of the game?
Oh, my gosh, yes.
Okay, I'll go along with that.
Nice job of the young man.
How about for Sparta?
Sparta?
Good question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hunter Steinhoff, I thought, pitched a pretty good game.
He did.
Up until the point where Brad Stasel came in, and then they really picked up some runs at that point.
And this is just on a defensive basis. Ethan Kruger over at first base had a couple of nice catches over there and prevented people from scoring, as did Philip Richards in center field. He had a couple of nice catches out there and good throws and kept runners from advancing, even though the Vikings scored 5 runs. I think he played a great defensive game out there.
Yeah. All right, well, there you go, folks. All right, our final score once again, 5-0. Holmen wins it today over Sparta. Till next time, for Art Fay, I'm Rick Wilson. Thanks for watching, everybody. High school baseball on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com. You've been watching the KQEG TV High School Game of the Week. Tonight's game featured the Sparta Spartans and the Holmen Vikings. Tonight's game was brought to you by our sponsors, like Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning at 1025 Southwest 2nd Avenue in Onalaska. Your comfort is their business. Schumacher Kish Funeral and Cremation Services in La Crosse, La Crescent, and Onalaska. Boyer's Furniture, quality furniture at affordable prices on South Avenue, La Crosse. Covera Insurance, where covering you comes first. Covera Insurance in Sparta, Toma, Black River Falls, and Holmen. Pizza Corral, round up the family and head for Pizza Corral in Holmen. And Premier Spine Health and Injury on Main Street in Holmen. Get back in the game with Premier Spine Health and Injury. Thanks for watching High School Baseball on KQEG TV and KQEGTV.com. You've been watching the KQEG